I'm finally done with my costume. I'm a brand new drag queen, and I've been sewing for the last 2 weeks in anticipation for my next painting project, where I will paint a self-portrait in my custom outfit. In my last video, I made the bodice, and all I have left to do are the sleeves. Since I'm working on this project around Halloween, I thought it would be really fun to finish up all of my sewing in time for Halloween, so I can go out in full drag for the first time ever, which gave me only about 4 days to get this whole top together, and I was literally sewing until the minute I started doing my Halloween drag makeup. I wanted my costume to be a little bit more specific than just drag. Like, I wanted to be able to tell people what I was dressed up as. And I thought that my costume at this point was kind of giving Deoxys vibes, like the Pokemon. So when I was sewing these sleeves, I actually took some inspiration from the character design. So far, my design is bringing a lot of ideas to the table. My pants have a little bit of movement, but they're really fitted around my butt. And then the headpiece is kind of sculptural with this pillow technique that I was using. So for the top, I wanted to incorporate some techniques from both of these pieces to kind of bridge the gap between. So I made the corset more fitted like the pants, and then I embellished that base with the pillow technique that I was using on the headpiece. I saw a lot of comments suggesting that I take the top in a more flowy orange chiffon sort of direction, and that's an interesting idea. I just think it's pulling from more traditional fashion silhouettes than the direction that I see for my drag. I want my whole outfit to exist as one idea instead of 3 separate fashion pieces. There were also some comments suggesting that I incorporate shoulder pads somehow, which I love, but instead of doing this in a traditional way, I thought I could maybe build up this silhouette by using the pillow technique. So the first thing that I made was that long pillow that extended down my entire arm, and then I held it up to my body and thought about what I needed to add next to build up the form that I was imagining. And then I would maybe make a piece that was supposed to go on my shoulder, but then when I was done, I would hold it up against my body again, and maybe the shapes didn't slot together perfectly. So I would move the shoulder piece around until I found a spot where it slotted in better, but still like aided the overall silhouette, like my forearm or something. This is a big pillar of my work style. I don't really do any fashion sketching, I just create and pivot in the direction of my mistakes. For the corset tank top base thing, the straps were supposed to sit on top of my shoulder, and then I ended up needing to take in the back a good 4 inches, which made the straps fall off my shoulder. So I adapted, and that was the direction that I moved forward with. I was pretty determined to make this top feel secure despite all of the cutouts, which is a big problem that I was having with my first drag look. The straps would constantly slip off my shoulders, and the sleeves were really heavy on the connection point, and it was really pulling on the fabric, and it would make it turn inside out, and it just wasn't the most functional thing ever. Since I'm going out in this look, I want to make sure that it's firmly on my body without having to fuss with it all night. And even though it ended up sitting off the shoulder, I made the arm cuffs tight enough where it worked out fine. And with that, I've not only finished this top, but this whole look is completed and ready for me to take reference photos. But first, I need to film a Halloween get ready with me. Come back tomorrow.